Good evening. I'd like to call to order our regular scheduled council meeting for Monday, January 9th, 2017 at 7 p.m. Our first order of business is our opening ceremony, which consists of the national anthem, followed by a pledge of allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for those service members that have given their lives while defending our country. Would everybody please stand? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Mrs. Cochran, can you take the roll, please?
Mayor Walker.
Here.
Councilmember Squires.
Here.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Here.
Councilmember Lynch.
Here.
Councilmember King. Councilmember McCarge.
Here.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Here. Show Councilmember King absent and excused, please. Okay, we'll move on to item 4, approval of the agenda as presented.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the agenda for Monday, January 9th, 2017, as presented. Support.
Supported by Councilmember Squires. Any comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Cochran?
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge.
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Okay, we have no community events tonight. Okay. Comments from state and county officials. I see we got Mary McClendon here from Glenn Anderson's office.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, to the City Manager, and to all in attendance here this evening. I want to say Happy New Year to you. I haven't seen you since last year. It seems like a long time, but not really when you look at the dates. It's always a pleasure to be here in the fine city of Garden City. I just want to remind you that the coffee hours have reconvened. There was one today, so if you didn't make it, you missed out. I'm sure some of the folks that are here today were there, and it was a large meeting today, so it was a good meeting. Included with the normal group that's there was the new state rep, Joelle Jones, who joined the group today as well, okay, as the state rep for the area. Nice young man. And you're all welcome to attend the coffee hours. They're the second Monday of every month, and it convenes at the Maplewood Center, and all are invited to attend. I also want to tell you that that Wayne County has an extended dental clinic, okay, for everyone within Wayne County. And that dental clinic is at the Health Department, which is at 33030 Van Born Road. There's a suite that's dedicated to the dental health care. And to make an appointment, you can dial 734-727-7101. And this is a new clinic that's in conjunction with the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry. They're working along with Wayne County's dentists to provide dental care for the residents of Wayne County. They will take Medicaid, they will take most insurances. There's a sliding scale, and in some cases, your dental treatments will be free. They do all of the preventive measures, fillings, extractions, etc. They're there to do that. You have to have an appointment. You just can't go there. You do have to have an appointment. But there's a sliding scale, which really is great. So if your income is not that great, you'll pay proportionately based on your income. So it's really, really great. There's no reason for us to walk around and have a toothache and have all those kinds of things, because I do know that when you have a toothache, your whole day is done, okay? Because not only that tooth hurts, your whole face, your whole head hurts. So it's important to take care of our oral care, health care. So Wayne County is providing those extended benefits in terms of dental services at the health department, and all of Wayne County residents are invited to partake of the services there. And I just think it's great, because a lot of times people do not have the money or the finances to take care of their dental care, but this gives them and affords them the opportunity based on their income. And if you don't have a, if whatever your income is, you're welcome to come and be a part of the Wayne County's dental program. And that's all that I have for you today. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, Happy New Year. I'm looking for great things in District Number 12 in this new year. So just stay tuned.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have no petitions or communications, no public hearings. We'll move on to item 9, the consent agenda.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the consent agenda, item 9A1.
Support from Councilmember Jacobs. Any comments from the table? The general public? Ms. Cochran?
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge. Aye. Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Move on to item B, our study session. What's council's wish on item B1?
C.
C.
C. Number 2?
C.
C.
And item 3.
C.
Okay. Moving on to our C agenda, C1, the Hubbard 2016 Special Assessment Roll, just to call for a public hearing on February 6, 2017 at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Moved by
Support.
Councilmember Kerwin and supported by, who was it? Councilmember Lynch. Any comments from the table? From the general public? Mrs. Cochran?
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch.
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge. Aye. Councilmember Squires.
Aye.
Mayor Walker.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Item C2, design services for the alley sanitary sewer replacement.
Mayor,
Councilmember Squires.
I move to approve Hennessy Engineers Incorporated to perform design services as set out in their correspondence dated July 21st, 2016, in an amount not to exceed $8,400.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Lynch. This is the sewer underneath Harrison going east on Ford Road in the alley. It's got a siphon under it, and it's causing drainage problems. And they need to engineer it, and then we need to go in there and make the repair. So that's what this is for. Any other comments from the table?
I just have questions. Was there more than one, I mean, was this the only solution that we have for that particular, I just, sorry.
I know we had last year we had a collapse of the sewer on the west side of Harrison. Now this is on the east side, so this is totally different than what we did last year. Same area, same line, but west side, now the east side.
Yeah, this is something we encountered during that collapse almost a year ago there west of Harrison. And we found out that there's this siphon that exists underneath Harrison, and it's to go under a 20-inch water main that exists there. I think there was no other option at that time when they constructed the sewer. There is another sewer that runs north on Harrison, and it is 3 feet deeper than what the alley sewer is. So we can basically reroute that sewer to tie into the sewer on the east side of Harrison. So it's basically installing 120 feet of new sewer along the east side of Harrison, just north of Ford Road Alley, and then abandoning that sewer by filling that sewer in with, basically with a grout.
C-fill or whatever they call it.
Right,
And this is paid for out of the water fund, in case
Correct.
anybody's wondering.
correct.
So you're saying there's kind of like a dip, it dips down, and
Right.
that's where there, you think there's an issue
There's,
there?
right, and I know recently the DPW has been out there as well trying to clean out that sewer. I know they've had some issues, I believe, with the, when they jet and clean the sewer, the equipment they're using there gets caught up in that sewer, and we think there may be an issue, we don't know, but an issue with that sewer possibly, and we want to address this before, if there is a problem. We don't want, a collapse or sinkhole or something to happen there on Harrison. We want to avoid that for sure.
How old is that section that dips down, do you know?
I don't know the age of it, but I would guess it was probably installed in the 50s. It's definitely an older sewer through there, and based on the collapse that we had there a little over a year ago, it's definitely an older pipe.
Okay. That tells me a lot, just knowing how old it is.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Because the projected cost is significant, I just,
Sure.
just want to make sure it's the best use.
Right, right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything from the 50s is old, right? Just saying. Okay.
I will say too, when we did do
No
that,
comment.
when we did the repair there, a little over a year ago, and we did open the manholes to the east there, we did notice at that time that the sewage was coming up almost to the top of the manholes. So, if there is a problem downstream at some point, that's going to back up. We want to avoid any backups too along for the businesses there on Ford Road also.
Okay. Any other questions or comments for,
Where is this going to connect then?
So the new sewer would connect into an existing sewer on the east side of Harrison, about 120 feet north of the alley. It's an upstream end of a sewer there on Harrison.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
any other questions or comments? Thank you.
Yep.
From the general public?
Good evening, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Bacco?
Hennessy is making money, isn't he? Hennessy, he's making money, right?
Yeah, he's making money.
Well, that's good. Spend our money, right?
You got to make repairs, Mr. Bacco.
I know. This is Ralph Field when I started living here. Ralph Field, no houses, nothing. In the early 50s, then he started building the house. In the early 50s,
Yep.
Ralph Field. It used to run through a dairy, and it had an open drain. Had a tight swing. You could swing on that. And they started building the houses. It was all field.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Little history there. Okay, anybody else? Mrs. Cochran?
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 6-0. We'll go to item C3, set date for a public hearing on the necessity for the Garden Plaza dumpster enclosure.
Mayor?
Councilmember Jacobs?
I move to set January 23rd, 2017 at 7 p.m. as the date and time for a public hearing of necessity for the Garden Plaza dumpster project. Support.
Support from Councilmember Kerwin. Any comments from the table?
I just have a question. Will we have an idea by that point how much an enclosure would cost? Because I know they're not cheap, and looking at an enclosure that would hold 6 dumpsters is a rather large dumpster. Will we have some sort of idea?
This is going to be paid for by the business.
Yes, but they
Right.
still would want to have an
Yeah, oh,
idea
yeah.
as well, so I'm
Yeah,
just
hopefully
checking.
we'll have
Mr. Roney said yes.
We'll have a price by then.
Okay.
I
very
thought you were thinking that the city was paying.
Oh, no, I just, so that we had something as they're coming up on the public hearing.
Right.
So that we know how much it's going to cost, and so do they.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
question, or just to clarify, this came about because someone had petitioned the city
couple of business owners filed what is known as a special assessment advisory petition. So they present it to the city. City council then agrees to examine the issue, do your due diligence, and then we move forward from there.
Okay. So none of the, isn't there an ordinance in the city that dumpsters are supposed to have an enclosure?
Yes.
Okay.
This is more, because of the unique situation we have there, which is a multitude of businesses, the city owning some patchwork in the parking lot. This is an effort to get this built and allow the businesses to bear the burden. At one point, we have sat here at this table and discussed the idea of the city doing it. But when you think in terms of somebody like the Bolin family, who rebuilt their store and had to put up a very nice dumpster enclosure, they had to do that on their own dime. And it's a little difficult to justify, although we want it badly, it's difficult for us to justify spending city money for dumpsters that benefit private individual businesses.
Thank you. And the information from our attorney, I appreciate it. It explained things pretty good.
Any other comments from the general public?
That, don't you have dumpsters over here by Kmart,
Yes.
waiting for a new one?
This is to put an enclosure around them.
They have, they got over there. They got dumpsters.
Yeah, they have dumpsters, but there's no enclosure around them.
Why do this? Who?
It's part of the ordinance,
Part of the ordinance, so it looks nicer, too.
because those dumpsters just sitting out in the open when people put stuff in it look pretty nasty sometimes.
They got dumpsters out there now.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what we're talking about.
Anybody else? Mrs. Cochran?
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
I'm sorry,
Kerwin.
Councilmember Kerwin.
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 6-0. Okay, we'll move on to item 10, public comments. These are for items that were not on the agenda. If you wish to speak, please come to the podium, state your name. There is a 5-minute time limit. Anybody wishing to speak?
Hello there.
Hi.
My name's Tess Kewen, and I'm from the Garden City Figure Skating Club. I'm Learn to Skate Director, and January is National Skating Month, so we are offering some special activities to celebrate. This is our open invitation to the community to come and join us in these activities. Did you want me to explain what we're doing?
Absolutely.
That Saturday, we're from 12 to 12:50. We do hold our Learn to Skate classes, but we're offering people to bring in a buddy to come and learn how to skate for free, just for that one day. And then the following day, from 12 to 1:30, we are having, in collaboration with the Garden City Civic Arena and the Parks and Recreation Department, we are offering free Learn to Skate, free open skating, which includes the skate rental as well. So just a special activity to get people out to the rink.
Very good.
And that was all.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Jones?
Mike Jones, Garden City. Just wanted to remind everybody in the community that you're all invited to participate in a Kiwanis Club Trivia Night on January 21st at Sports Venue. Should be a lot of fun, and look forward to seeing many of you there.
Thank you. Anybody else? City Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. Forgive me for talking across the table. Mr. Jacobs, is it your plan to discuss the upcoming event on Saturday?
Yes,
Okay.
I will.
Yeah.
Your Honor, just a couple of things. I'll oversimplify this because I need to oversimplify it for myself, but we recently underwent an assessment and evaluation through ISO. Our city, ISO kind of specifically applies to firefighting and that sort of thing, and the rating that we receive affects homeowners insurance in this community. We were standing at a 6 as our rating, which is not a bad rating. As a result of this recent review, we moved to a 5, so we've improved, which will mean some reduction, some savings for homeowners insurance. And this is based not just on the fire department, this is also based upon the other things we do in this community, specifically related to water supply and those kinds of things that support firefighting. So we were very proud to see that movement. We've been kind of stagnant at 6 for quite some time. I also wanted to send out condolences this evening to the family of Officer Robert Wortman. Officer Wortman was a police officer here with us in the 60s and 70s. Bob was shot in the line of duty, left the department, went on to do other things. He recently passed away, and we're very sad to hear that. He was one of my first trainers in the 70s, and he was a good guy. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember McCarge?
A couple things. This Friday, the Garden City Business Alliance will be meeting at 9 a.m. at the Straight Farmhouse, so anyone who is interested in the businesses in Garden City, or if you're a business owner, please join, please feel free to come. Also, on January 17th, Tuesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., the Garden Club is sponsoring a speaker who will be talking about attracting birds to your backyard. Excuse me. So if you look out and the sun is behind the clouds and it's a dreary day, it'll be a great presentation in seeing some of the birds in this area and how to attract them. And I would also like to offer my condolences to the Dave Stapleton Jr. family, who just recently passed away.
Thank you. Councilmember Kerwin?
Like Mrs. McCarge said, I'd like to offer my condolences to the Stapleton family also. And I didn't hear that Bob Wortman had passed away, but he was a really good guy. Other than that, everybody drive careful. It's dark early. And shop in Garden City. And you can still shop at Kmart and get 10, 20, 30% off for the next month or so. Other than that, have a good evening.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Squires?
Yeah, just wanted to also give my condolences to the Stapleton family. You're in our thoughts and prayers, and that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilmember Lynch?
I was also going to give my condolences to the Stapleton family, and I was going to mention the Garden City Hockey for Heroes that's happening on Saturday, but I'm going to leave that to Mr. Jacobs to do, seeing that he's excited to do it. So other than, also the swearing in of Jewel Jones tomorrow night at 7 p.m., and Jewel is our new state representative. So he's going to be sworn in tomorrow at Inkster City Hall in case anyone from the public would like to attend that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Jacobs?
Yes, as noted, we have a benefit this Saturday, 1 o'clock at the Ice Arena. It is Garden City Hockey for Heroes, and it's pits our Garden City firefighters and police department against a Wounded Warrior team. The benefits will be going, I believe all of it will be distributed to the American Legion for post-traumatic syndrome, stress disorder, I'm sorry, and they will distribute it as needed. You can also bring non-perishable donations to the arena for our food pantry, which is obviously a good cause. Donations are accepted at the door. Obviously, the more the merrier. There will be raffles, silent auctions, and all kinds of fun to go on. I believe they have a little mini mite game going on between periods somewhere in there, between first and second, or second and third. So 1 o'clock, Garden City Ice Arena. Have some fun. And also, I would like to extend condolences to the Stapleton family. It was a shock, and it was really sad. So that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. I want to thank Mrs. Vicki Cochran for filling in as clerk tonight for Ms. Bettis. Do you have any words of wisdom, anything you want to say?
No words of wisdom, just I wish everybody a happy new year.
Okay, thank you. Glad to have you tonight. Okay, I have no comments tonight, no further business. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Say, Vicki, don't call me again.